Hello guys, and welcome. I have promised to make a little guide on how to do the bounty missions, so let's get started. So I'm in the idiot array, and here you got this bounty hunter guild representative, and he gives out some missions, where you can see you have different missions. When you click on them, you can see where the mission is. Castle ones are usually pretty hard, so we'll not do that at this point. Let's take, I think this one is, yeah, that's a Kashyyyk one. That's probably fine. So I'll grab the mission here, and we go to the Starship Terminal. The setup I'm using for these missions is an X-Wing, and I can just show you the fit. So yeah, base their reactor, obviously as low mass as possible, where it's possible to run the whole ship. I got a level 6 reactor here with some pretty good stats. Usually for an X-Wing you are going to have to go into a reverse engineered level 7 reactor when you start out, and then work your way down to a level 6. Then we have the engine. You can either, for the bounty missions, use the Nova Orion engines, the crafted ones. They got higher speed, so it's easier to survive with them, but lower PTO roll, which will make it take longer to actually finish the mission, because you're gonna be outturned by the tier 8 ships there. But for us, when you start up, you can use the crafted engines that everyone has access to. To do these missions, the absolute minimum shield you need is a level 8 reverse engineered reward shield from when you're leveling. I'm personally using a level 10 shield because the extra 700-800 front rear is something I like to have on board. Armor, well, when you start out, you're probably gonna just squeeze in whatever you can, and then along the way you can probably get some better armor. I got lucky with some really good mass here for a level 5 armor plate, and it gives some good protection. Another level 5 armor in the rear. For a capacitor, you absolutely need, as a minimum, the Mark IV of the deep well capacitor. It's the reward ones you get from the collection. So here you have, it needs to be capped on the recharge rate basically. It's because you have to run level 4 overloaded guns. For the booster, you want as much speed as you can get. Probably when you start out, you're only gonna be able to have a level 1, a level 3 booster on because of mass issues. I've been working on this one for a long time, so I've gotten all the way up to, I think it was a Mark III booster. Obviously as much top speed as you can get, and then I've been taking down the consumption rate of the booster, and put some more energy on it. So basically it's burn per second, and you can see compared to the maximum power, I can run for a bit over 11 seconds, which is probably recharge is probably 12 seconds actually, but you need that to get out and shield shunt. Droid interface, just like the booster and armor, it's good to have one with a low speed here, but it's not that important. For the guns, I'm using 3 level 8s, and I have 2 of them are low EPS crafted Borstals, which you get from station tokens from your factional vendor. And you need to get, the important part here is to cap energy per shot, because that's what makes you able to fire a lot of shots, which you'll have to do here, and also have your capacitor not be drained all the time, which is important to do shield shunts when you're up there. And I got another one just like it. In the last slot, I want something with a bit more punch in it, so here I got a reverse engineered level 8 gun. Obviously, as it's a level 8, it will have the low energy per shot and good versus stats, and compared to the crafted guns, you can see with the versus and the damage, it's a bit better. Here it's important to get a low reactor drain when you reverse engineer it. It's the same for the engine also. The lower you get, the easier it is to swap out to a low level reactor and get a lot of mass from that. When I started out, I think my reactor was like 14k mass, so you can see here it's 8,000 mass I've gotten just from improving my other components. And then you always need a counter missile launcher. So that's, yeah, that for these missions, if you don't have it, you're gonna get blown up. And for the droids, yeah, you can probably see, yes, you need to have, if you're running with a level 8 engine or not a level 10, then you need front adjust. Of course, all the overloads level 4. And capacitors is shield shunt, and I usually use level 4 because with the setup I have, my capacitor will, yeah, it will recharge really fast. So when I shunt, I need it usually because I'm running away from something, so I don't need the capacitors to shoot. So that's what I prefer. You can also do level 3, but again, the lower level shield you have, the bigger chance of getting blown up because you don't recharge as much. So let's get going. So I have a macro here to do all my overloads. I always go PvP flagged, as that will double your reward in tokens. Let's hyperspace to Kashyyyk. And I always check here the faction scanner. You can see there's an Imperial in the deep space system. I have a macro here which will check every 5 seconds. It will target closest enemy player, which we activate. So if someone tries to jump me, a bounty hunter or just an Imperial, then yeah, then I'll be prepared to face that person. And I also have for if an Imperial shows up, I have this macro here, which will basically front adjust my shield and then do a complete drain of the capacitors to shields, which is really good to get prepared. So I'll just boost away, make sure that my front shield is prepared for a fight, and then take that fight. But usually I would say it's 1 in every 10-15 battles that you actually run into an enemy player, so it's not that common really. So we arrive in Kashyyyk, and usually in these missions, just check if I have, yeah, I already got special forces on, and here we go. I'll take the first. Usually I go down to about 900 speed, then it's just getting started here. What the? Okay, that's a lot of Y8 mining ships. So as you can see, the level 8 guns are pretty good at their job. And I hate these small ships, but let's see how it goes. Go. Okay, so the first 3 waves are pretty easy. Because they have no ships with guns. There's only one mission where this 3rd wave has an aggressor. That's when you're choosing missions, it's the one in the bottom, so don't do that from the start, because that's one of the hard ones. But here you can see it's smooth sailing. Pesky small ships can be annoying. Here we go. And this guy. Let's say I've taken damage. If because number 4 wave will include a ship that has turrets on. So if I had taken any damage, then you target the engine and you disable it. And then you just wait out and recharge your shield. Now I haven't taken any damage, so we can kill him. Now I go to full speed because the next wave will have a turret ship, so you need to be high speed to avoid that. So we have crates, which went down very fast. For these ships, you should never get into a turn fight with them, and you always should primary the turret ships. because they hit hard and they will hit you all the time, really. So, and then when they are dead, you can kill the rest, nice and easy. And when you choose missions, if you are just starting out, do the missions with neutral ships in them, because they are by far the easiest missions to do, because the neutral ships are really big hitbox. So usually it's no problem to take them down. Only the starter ship here is a bit annoying at times. As you can see, it's not something you can't. And I'm speeding up again, because I know there'll be a new turret ship coming at me. And I think he's down here. Yeah, he's down here. Okay. And you can see now he took out my shields. So I burn away. Don't ever get into a turn fight, just burn away. In an X-Wing, you close your wings to get that extra 5% speed. You see now he's pretty far away. I have recharged my capacitor. Open the wings, slow down. And this time, you should be able to... that was actually a pretty bad one. But yeah, you can see he lost his gun because I targeted it. I just need to get away again so I can recharge my shields. And enemies are going around 1800 speed, so you can see the faster you are, the better. So for you guys just starting out, it's gonna be easier for you with the Nova engine. Okay, let's grab one of the big ones instead, so we don't have as many guns targeting. Let's see here. And where are you? Or up here. And you can see the advantage of having a level 10 engine instead of a crafted one is that I have absolutely no problems following the enemy ships in a turn fight here. Can easily get in front of it. If you had a Nova engine, then you're gonna spend more time chasing your enemies here, because it's not turning as fast and they will outrun you. There we go. And this is wave number 5, so I don't need to care about the shield because I got time after this wave to recharge everything. So refilling my shields, and now let's see where we can go. There we go. New target location, and again, wave 1 to 3 should be really easy. There we go. It comes in from behind me, and he should be dead in just a moment. There we go. And I'll just grab the KSE instead. He hit my rear shield as I passed him. And going down to 900 speed again, just to increase my turn rate. I would never go below 900 speed, no matter what engine you have, because then they start to hit you too easy. And level or tier 8, they hit really hard. So don't do that. Here, when we have no ships with turrets, then I usually just go for the large ones when I can at first, because that will get you fewer guns shooting at you, and you'll have less missiles coming at you also. So don't waste your chaff on that. Okay, you can see now we are approaching wave number 4, and I got damage. So what I will do is target the engine, and it's disabled, so I can recharge here. And then we just give it a short moment for my capacitor to recharge. And all the missions, they have POBs in them, either in the round 1 or 2. So next wave there's gonna be a YT 1300 probably, or it could be an ARC also, depending on which mission it is. But oh, sorry, yeah, that's on YT. And as you can see, I just pass it. Then I try to find it here. There it is. That's my target. Burning away and targeting the turrets. Never ever approach it from the front at first, because then both guns will be shooting at you. Always do it like this. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, recharge, and then always make sure that you try to approach it from not directly from the front, because if you come from the front, they will have two guns hitting you. Now that I'm approaching here a bit sideways, you only have one gun shooting at you. And unfortunately, it did get quite good hit on me, so you can see what happens when you get a bit overconfident or distracted talking. So there we go. And I'll just keep my shields up. When you only have two ships left, it's okay to just have a low capacity. And as I told before, I drained my entire capacity. You can see I lost 1 or 2 seconds of shooting. It's not going to make a big difference here. So I'm perfectly fine with that. This also shows why you want armor on all your components when you reverse engineer, because if they make it through your shield and armor, well, then that's what's keeping all the components alive. I should have, you can see it's my reverse engineered gun that got some damage, so I'm gonna have a bit less damage than normally, but it should be fine to finish this mission. There comes, see again, I'm avoiding recharging my shield, because when he arrives, the YT, he's gonna rip you apart. But now he's not coming in for a good approach, so you can see I can pretty much avoid him just by doing hit and runs. And then let's get some distance and get the shield back up. As you can see, the good burn rate on my booster makes me able to run away from him for quite a long time. The slower you are, the less time you're gonna have. Then prepare for a new hit and run here. Just ignore the other ships, and there you go. One gun is off, so that's good progress. Recharging my shield again. Got enough shield that I do not need to boost away, so I'll keep that booster for later. And there you go. Gun is dead, and I'm okay. Then it's just taking down the 4 last ships, then we got the boss. So, come on over here, little guy. As you can see, I should probably have gone for one of the big ships instead, so I'll do just that. Another big guy. Let's kill him. There we go, just a moment. And as you can see, even though I'm in PvP mode, I have yet to see any players show up, so no worries there. It's the last wave in this round, so there is no need to disable him to recharge. I can just recharge after we're done here. Okay, so usually I do not spend my time on front adjusting my shield, but in this case I'll do a front adjust and recharge my shield here, because I have already lost my armor. I would say if you can get around 4,000 to 5,000 front, then you'll be all good for the boss usually, except the one in Kessel, because that spawns a level 10 or tier 10 YT 1300. So here I target the engine, approach him directly, and hopefully I got the engine down a bit, and that's why I always target the engine, because now he's so slow. Yeah, there he is, disabled. Yeah, so with the reactor, if he has 1%, he has full capability. and with the engine you actually slow them down. So always go for the engine. You can see getting good amount of XP and about 1900 duty tokens. All you do then is go to deep space for repair, and at the same time you can click home port